Ladies and gentlemen, you often, in fact, all the time, you hear about the trouble with relationships, marriages falling apart, the future of marriage is shaky at best. Well, my next guest has a different spin on this whole thing, and she's dedicated her life to not only writing about and lecturing about, but helping us understand what marriage really means. Her name is Chana Levitan. She's the author of I Only Want to Get Married Once. Chana, you've been counseling people and traveling the world, and you really are an international spokesman on this subject. What's your reaction when somebody married 30, 40 years says, I want a divorce because I am fallen out of love? What's going on there?
You know, I think it's sort of in fashion to say, fall out of love and get divorced after 30 years. That seems to be the trend. And it is so sad. It is so sad to me because I know that the key to marriage is constantly, over and over again, choosing love. Choosing love, because love is a verb. It's not just a feeling. And if we keep choosing that love, the love is not going to die. And when I say choosing love, I mean choosing loving actions, giving, supporting, encouraging, getting out of ourselves, getting into our spouse's shoes, into their heart. What are they going through? What are they feeling? And when we do that, the love comes alive, and we invest like that in our spouse, they end up coming back towards us with that same kind of energy. Maybe not right away, but if we keep it up, that's how we get that ball rolling.
Right. Well, you talk about the essential need for love in that video and in the book, of course. Oftentimes people get in a rut, and they are, in a sense, rather stale in a relationship. Is it a good idea to wake things up, shake things up, maybe get married again, have another ceremony sometime just to reignite this whole thing?
Absolutely. First of all, going away for honeymoon can be done at any time, and I always suggest to couples that really going away together for a few days for a honeymoon every year is great. But to have another ceremony, fantastic. Well, I know a woman who got proposed to 3 times by her husband. And he just, every time, he wants to pull something new, and they were in a different place. And anyone who's been married for a long time knows marriage is a journey. It's a wondrous journey. At times, it's a difficult journey, but if you push through those difficult times, you end up creating this incredible, profound relationship, and nothing could ever come close to that.
Yeah, and those difficult times, those are the times that try you, but also they strengthen the bonds. They really do.
Exactly. That's why, Jordan, that's why it's so important to communicate, because those difficult times, oftentimes what's going on is a lot of misunderstanding. And people think that avoiding conflict is going to get them through the hard times. And no, that's not true. Avoiding conflict can cause divorce, because when we numb the negative, we end up numbing the positive as well. And that's oftentimes how love dies.
Folks, if you're listening to me and my friend Chana here, you're not hearing the typical rap about how terrible things are. They are certainly challenging. I keep using that word, but I love your approach, Chana. It really does make us hopeful that the upcoming married generation will perhaps think about this a little bit more seriously and at the same time enjoy themselves. Always fun talking with you, and upbeat conversation like this is very helpful. My guest has been Chana Levitan, ChanaLevitan.com. I appreciate it, Chana. I wish you the best.